Latin culture has continued to evolve into a dynamic social and political movement throughout the Americas. A review of the regional history reveals tremendous cultural achievements which continue to be studied by cultural scholars and anthropologists worldwide. Music has traditionally been a significant element of Latin culture, offering a soundtrack for life experiences. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, religious ceremonies all incorporate specific elements of song and dance for the given occasion. The sounds of Son Jarocho. In this segment, we explore the genre Son Jarocho, a folk style of music stemming from the port town of Veracruz in eastern Mexico. It represents a cultural phenomenon responsible for bolstering community engagement and transferring native ideologies across generations. During a popular fandango, local bands gang together for an organic jam session where performers address various issues from light-hearted tales to stories of internal conflict.
Está de bachata. Guayabera blanca, sombrero de paja, esos hacen agua del alta de casa.
Son Jarocho dates back to the 1600s during the time of Spanish colonial rule, a period where native culture and religion was forbidden in Mexico. This widespread institutional oppression resulted in a need for secret gatherings in order to express community concerns. Here, music was used to communicate revolutionary messages, drawing stronger support as songs became popularized within the region. This era set the stage for forthcoming cultural leaders responsible for defending racial justice in modern Latin America. Instrumentation. The instruments used in Son Jarocho are important because they provide the voice to the message. A typical ensemble will consist of a jarana jarocho, requinto jarocho, arpa jarocha, and the marimbo. A lesser-known instrument is the quijada. The quijada is created from the jawbone of a donkey, which is filed down until the molars rattle in place. This produces a percussive sound and is considered to be the first rattler in Latin America. These instruments are special because they show evidence of the connection between African civilization and Latin culture. The origin of the quijada can be traced to West Africa, specifically the Yoruba tribe, whose indigenous hunters would resourcefully use the bones of their prey as musical instruments. African presence in Mexico. As early as the 1520s, blacks have been present in Mexico as slaves of the Spaniards. During the 200-plus years that the slave trade was active, approximately 200,000 Africans were brought into Veracruz by way of the Atlantic. Many Africans intermarried with the indigenous people, thus producing the first generation of Afro-Mexicans. Understanding this history leads us to better appreciate the interconnectivity between these two cultures. Evidence of the African influence on Mexican culture can be examined by comparing a folk style of music found in Nigeria called Ijala. Also known as the Hunter's Ballad, these chants will be performed by participants in honor of the prominent role that a hunter plays in the community. This form of cultural expression was transferred over to Mexico and preserved by relentless Africans determined to carry on traditions. Present-day implications. The power of music as a tool for communication deserves particular attention within marginalized communities. Historically, oppressed people have raised awareness to their plight through song and dance, resulting in a distinct attachment to performing arts. Today, Afro-Latin culture continues to exemplify characteristics of a blended past while constructing a new identity in the 21st century. Looking over the past years, we notice trends towards a more united coalition of minority groups which originates from a shared sense of identity. The same style of Negro spiritual music that became popular on plantations in Mississippi were also being played on the coast of Mexico with a similar purpose. By embracing inherent commonalities and intentionally directing our energy, we are able to further push agendas that reflect the sentiments of both Black and brown communities.